So now we have a little one-on-one time with Cuba and Fran. We learn here that Cuba needs more romance from Ryan.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Some tantric romance.
Tantric?
With him heavy breathing.
Dear Shandy. Welcome back to your brand new Dear Shandy Love is Blind UK Season 3 recap, listeners. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
How are you today?
Doing good.
Good.
Good. I'm liking this season.
So am I.
I like the British version.
Yeah,
Same as with The Office. Like the British version. I'm that annoying guy.
But do you like the British version more than the American version?
I do.
The British
That's
Office?
what I'm saying. Yeah, I liked it more.
Oh, I'm not one
It's
of
more
those.
cringy.
Yeah, but see, cringe isn't really my thing for humor.
I know you don't like cringe, but I enjoy cringe.
Yeah.
And I thought the British version did it better.
Yeah, this was actually a big point of contention between me and my ex who was British.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he clearly liked the British version.
Yeah,
And
he thought American humor in general, like funny movies, like Will Ferrell or I don't know who was the funny movie guy now.
Will Ferrell's a good one.
Yeah, but who's like the funny movie guy now?
Actually, I don't really know. Who is the funny movie guy?
Like Ben Stiller's like ages ago.
Is there a funny movie guy?
Oh, maybe. Oh, Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
But see, I like Seth Rogen.
Kind of, but he's almost passé now.
I know. There's
I don't
not
know
really...
who the funny movie guy is.
Anyway, suffice to say that he would find movies like Superbad not funny at all.
Oh, okay. So he didn't like the American brand of humor.
Yes.
Okay, but that's different. Ricky Gervais was born out of the British Office. How can you deny that?
No, it's funny. It's just that if I had to compare them, like if I could only watch one for the rest of my life, I would rather watch the American one.
Oh, well, that's the difference between you and me.
Okay. Apparently me and all the men I've dated. Let us know in the comments if I'm in the minority here.
You're probably not.
Okay, so this is a reminder that today we are recapping episodes 5 through 8 from the first batch of Love is Blind UK Season 3. And so if you missed our recap of episodes 1 through 4, I will link it both here and in the description. And yeah, we go in chronological order here. So if, for example, you have only watched episodes 5 and 6, you can just scroll down to the timestamps and see where episode 7 begins and just avoid that if you don't want to be spoiled. But yeah, we keep things nice and organized here.
You do. You do a great job.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to pick up, Andy, with episode 5. The couples are all getting along very well. They are in Ibiza.
Yeah, I'm sorry, where are they?
They are in Ibiza.
I'm not familiar with that place.
There's a group party now. My first thought when we saw everyone here was just, we saw them finally all together. And I was like, wow, this is a good looking group.
Oh, yeah.
We complained about that last week.
Too good looking.
Too good looking.
Way too. Not even close. Not even close to as not good looking as I think they should be.
I agree. Well, there just has to be a smattering.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's the whole, that was the real secret sauce of Love is Blind from the beginning.
Yes.
Well, we don't want perfect match. We want Love is Blind. We want cringy reveals.
Yeah, I actually think that I'm enjoying this season. It's a little more relaxing, than many. Like the couples are getting along very well. But I actually think if they had just thrown in 50% average Joes, average Sallys, as we talked about, it would be a very different season.
However, it is a different flavor.
Yeah.
And I still like the flavor.
Totally.
It's actually kind of a different show at this point. No, but I like it.
Okay, so Kiara has a confessional here where she seems unimpressed when she meets Jack. She says, the Tash, it's a look for some people.
Ah, burn.
You thought this might be a reference to
like a little
Hitler.
Slightly Hitler-y mustache.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
No, it wasn't full Hitler.
It's not Hitler at all. I think his hair just here is darker.
He fades out to the sides.
Blonde,
it's an unfortunate thing because it does in certain lighting look like a Hitler mustache.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so the guys and girls are all giggling over intimacy, and Andy, here you said, I think sex is a little more loose in the UK.
Yeah. I do, but not in a way that's in your face.
I don't know.
It's just no.
Oh,
you don't agree.
Well, I find it shocking how little we've seen since then.
Yeah, but I don't think they need to show it. I think that's the difference between America and the UK. In the UK, there's probably more sex overall, but they're not like, oh, look at us having sex. Look at all this sex stuff.
Yeah.
They don't need to sell it, but they're like, yeah, we have sex. Everyone has sex. In Europe, I think sex is looked upon differently. In America, it's like, ooh, sex.
I don't know if I agree.
It's true because they don't censor stuff. For example, this is an example. Okay. They don't censor boobs on TV in Europe because they're like, it's a boob. Who cares? In America, it's like, oh, boob. You can't show a nipple on TV.
I agree with you on the whole. I just think that this cast, we saw the girls doing like prayer circles. Yeah. Do you remember that in the pods? Like they were doing prayer circles.
Yeah, but I don't
know if this cast is having sex willy-nilly.
Yeah, but their God loves sex.
Their God.
Yeah, the European God is into it.
Okay, so Kira wants to set the record straight that she never ever once said that Jack was her number one. And so she's telling some ladies this, and Joseph happens to be nearby because I think he's with Fran in this situation. And he kind of defends Jack. He's like, well, what was the conversation where this took place? It turns out he's really close with Jack. Joseph then goes and chats with Jack, and Jack is fixated on the fact that Kira told Faye that Jack is fake. Mm-hmm. So Kira's upset that Kira said that he was her number one, and Jack is annoyed that Kira allegedly said, well, we know she did, said that he's fake.
Notice how much Kira's thinking about Jack.
You think more than Jack is thinking about Kira?
Correct.
Okay, we'll get there. So they chat finally. For the number one thing, he kind of brushes this off, honestly. He says he doesn't remember how he worded it. He came into the men's quarters. He sort of brushes it off, which I do think that that's kind of crucial information, to be honest. He confronts her now about the disingenuous part, and she claims there was already chat in the lounge about him being disingenuous. Is this true?
Probably a little bit. I mean, it's very easy to call Jack disingenuous just because he seems like, a player. Yeah. And he seems like an entertainer.
Yeah, we don't know for sure, but that also does seem like something Kira might say to sort of
if there was even the hint of the conversation, she would say it.
And she says, well, the last night before I called things off. And he's like, wait, you think you called things off? And now he goes on about how much fun he'd had with Faye and literally calls their date afterwards boring, which lands really well with Kira.
That's a real dude.
Her face here is so funny. She's like,
yeah, she's not happy.
Is that her actual, are these her face expressions? These are her face expressions.
Yes.
She's not doing this for the camera, right?
Not all of it, but not these. I think she's very upset.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be called boring. I think that strikes a nerve with her.
Isn't it funny that they're fighting over who ended it?
Well, it's very teenager.
Like, it was clearly mutual.
Yeah, and it was more Jack than Kira, to be honest.
Oh, I think it was more Kira than Jack.
Oh, really?
So isn't that interesting?
Oh, okay.
You think that Jack broke up with Kira more so than Kira broke up with Jack?
That's the way I saw it.
I feel that she went into that ready to break up with him.
You're probably right. I think he did get the jump. I mean, honestly, what she was saying was probably true, is that she was ready to break up with him and he kind of jumped ahead of her in line. Who cares?
What I find funny about Kira is she's so spiteful.
Yeah.
I think that I really enjoy that about her because I have a little bit of a spiteful side to me. And there's something about watching someone who's so cartoonishly over the top with it. Yeah. Even with how annoyed she was that Joseph half defended Jack in her presence. She doesn't forget that. You know what I mean? And here she's so bothered by these little
She doesn't let anything go.
She doesn't let anything go. It's so funny. Okay, so this ends with a tense hug. And in his confessional afterwards, he says he knows people like Kira. They want to piss in your fireworks. On your fireworks? On your fireworks.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kira and Cuba now have a girl chat. This is after the party. Where it's basically Kira talking shit about Jack and even Joseph. Because she has a bone to pick with Joseph now. And my favorite was Cuba. She looks like a deer caught in headlights here.
Oh, totally.
She was like...
she didn't get the memo.
She didn't get the memo. Yeah. She's like, oh, wait, that's what this conversation was about? Now Joseph and Francesca have lunch. They talk about life back in London. He says he's in the gym a lot. It would be great to share that with her. Was this a hint?
I don't think so. I don't. I think it can be taken as a hint, and I can't confirm for sure that it wasn't a hint, but I didn't immediately get a hint from that. I think the guy loves working out, and he likes working out with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And, that's not a big deal.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a dig or a hint.
Yeah, no. It's just so funny to me when people love working out together.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I would never force you to work out with me or encourage you to work out with me or let you work out with me. I don't want you to see how much I'm dogging it.
This becomes a conversation about Francesca's weight. She says her weight fluctuates. How would he feel if she were to gain or lose weight? She says 5 kg, which I should know, but I don't know.
How many pounds is that?
Is it 2? No, it's 10.
It's about 11 pounds.
Oh, see, that was better than I thought.
Yeah,
I did okay. It's basically 2.2.
2.2.
2, okay.
Yeah. 0.4 to be exact.
2.204?
Yeah, that's the exact conversion.
Wait, how do you know that?
I do a lot of conversions.
Oh, there's a hint as to what Andy does for a living.
Sell cocaine.
Joseph, of course, says all the right things. And now Cuba and Ryan do a sound journey where they dance. Andy, you called this So Bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
And then they talk about exploring their physical bodies, how these are still new to each other, their physical bodies.
How many times has he pulled this line on someone? He's like, let's do a sound bath dance and then
I wrote, I don't know what it is, but I just don't trust Ryan. This was episode 5, so this was a while ago. This is before we saw what ends up happening.
Yeah.
But I do maintain that, honestly. And Andy, when I asked you what you thought, you said he's dead behind the eyes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you describe what that means?
The mouth talks, but the eyes are elsewhere.
Yeah, you know, they say the eyes are the window to the soul. It's like, I feel like when he's talking,
you're not with him.
Yeah, he's not with you.
Yeah, he's with himself.
He's with himself.
And that's with her. Maybe with someone else it's different.
Yeah.
But with her, what I'm seeing is a guy who's really just
phoning it in,
and he's thinking about himself.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's a bad person.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in this relationship dynamic, I don't feel that he's making an effort to truly connect.
I completely, he talks about it. He likes to talk about it.
He talks about it in a disconnected way.
Okay, so now AJ and Kiara, he has just given her a massage.
And it's funny that of all people, he doesn't connect because all he is talking about is connection.
Yes.
With the universe, himself, and apparently other people, I guess.
Yeah,
but
well,
not really.
We'll get there. Okay, so AJ has just given Kiara a massage, and he says he loves her now. And she scrunches up her face.
It's a good massage. I mean, that's I love you massage.
Yeah, but he gave her the massage.
He gives such a good massage, he loves her for it.
So she looks down, she's like, I love you. And I'm trying to figure Kiara out. At first, I thought here that she was just sort of saying it to say it, but now I'm not so sure, but we'll put a pin in them. Sophie and Taylor are on a boat. They agree she chills him out, and now they talk about his tattoos. Turns out he has, I don't know if this is true or not, the names of girls he's barely known.
On his butt?
Yeah, on his butt. Tattoos of their names.
Was that a joke or was that serious?
I couldn't really tell.
Why would you do that?
I mean,
one on each cheek? Did he have a cheek left for another girl and he used that? Or was it multiple girls on one cheek?
They made it sound like both cheeks, but maybe I'm reading into that. And she's a little concerned in her confessional that maybe he's a party boy. But honestly, that's the only slight question mark with these two. I think that they're really good.
What if I had the names of girls tattooed to my butt cheeks? How would you feel about that?
I mean, it's hard. You don't have any tattoos. So like if those were the only tattoos you had.
They're very important to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think Taylor's saving grace here is the fact that he's covered in tattoos and gets tattoos very casually.
It dilutes the butt tattoo.
Okay. So now the couples have lunch with the hosts. Well, no, the hosts don't have lunch with them. They just appear and then leave. AJ isn't eating meat, Andy.
Oh, very nice.
So
that's why he's so big and strong.
Kira's having an effect on him. Kira and Faye touch on Jack again. I just feel like they were milking this for all it was worth. And I mean, the powers that be, like if you think about it, episode 5 was mainly about Kira and Jack not liking each other and rehashing this over and over again. Well, that was the only
drama they had to hang a hat on.
I know, and I was getting worried. Thankfully, things pick up, but I thought this episode was really... And I think they knew it because it was only one episode long.
Yeah, you could skip episode 5 if you really want.
Ryan is wearing a necklace that protects against electromagnetic frequencies, or EMF.
Jesus, what a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah, I looked into this.
I mean, that is absolute and utter horse shit.
Well, so that makes me like Ryan...
Less.
Even, can I say even less?
I judged him. There's no question. I mean, look, you can still be a great human being and wear that necklace, but it's definitely it's a demerit. And I'll tell you why. It not only has no scientific backing, but even if you say, okay, that material in that bead can block electromagnetic frequency. Yeah. So what's it blocking? It's blocking it from that 1 centimeter of skin right here. I know and it moves around, so you never know. I think
it's like this idea that it's just like
it's
boom,
just
boom,
connecting
boom,
to the
boom.
Universe in a way that blocks.
It harmonizes your energies.
with energies. You literally, if you wanted to do that, you'd have to cover your entire body with like silver mesh or like aluminum paint. Mm-hmm. Or put yourself in a Faraday cage. It's so absurd.
I was watching a reel about this because I did start digging into this when I saw this. And apparently it can actually do more harm than good, because even if it were to somewhat block the frequencies, your cell phone or whatever things that are like sending out those airwaves actually work harder
to get through.
Yes.
Yeah, it's such nonsense. And also what it's blocking, people will claim that electromagnetic energy causes problems. Okay. And maybe in the most unbelievably minute and barely measurable way, sure, maybe some behavioral, I don't know. It's nonsense.
Okay.
Think of think of energy wavelengths as a knife, right?
Okay.
So the sharper the knife, the more it can slice into your DNA and cause real damage, right? So gamma rays are like less than the wavelength of a gamma ray is less than the width of an atom. Literally. It's so sharp. There's nothing can stop it.
It's like a Japanese knife.
Yes. Yes, it's a Japanese knife, a diamond tip knife.
Okay.
Once you get hit with gamma rays, it's through you. It's ripped through you like a bullet.
Okay.
X-rays, a little less bad, but very bad. Still about the width of an atom, the wavelength. Okay. And then you go up, ultraviolet is like, a few nanometers. It's like less than a width of a hair by far. Do you know what the width of the average electromagnetic wavelength is?
What?
A foot. So imagine a foot wide knife trying to stab you.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
How do you know that?
5G. Everyone's saying 5G is going to call, everyone's going to kill everybody. I mean, not everyone thinks this, a few people.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are upset about 5G. The average 5G wavelength is 10 feet. Think about how 3 feet. It's actually 3 feet. I know that as a fact. 3 feet.
Oh, wow.
How is that? Your wavelength is like half the length of your body. What's that going to do to you? Just
Andy.
So stupid. There's such stupidity. When did this happen? When did everyone stop believing in science? Science is true. We think everybody in the world, every scientist in the world is in some giant conspiracy to make up facts that all agree with each other.
Andy, you're frothing at the mouth.
God, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah. Oh.
Why do I live in this time? This is supposed to be the most advanced time in history.
Yeah.
People are going back to the dark ages.
Yeah, but maybe this is an indicator of the type of person Ryan is. Like we can, instead of being upset about the fact that the necklace exists, we can be like, but that's the kind of person who buys the necklace. Because there will always be that necklace for sale, right? That thing, there's a business, there's a factory somewhere making those, convincing people that it's true.
If a friend of mine comes to me with that necklace around their neck, the first thing I do is I say, listen, I got to tell you something. This thing you're wearing doesn't work. You should probably take it off. And if you don't, we're just not friends anymore.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Let them believe what they want to believe.
No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
like crystals.
Yeah, similar. Crystals, I even give more weight. I like crystals I give more weight to than
really? Oh, wow.
Just because they're pretty. Just because they're pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty and they're natural.
Yeah, pretty crystals. If you want to do crystals, at least it's nice to look at.
Okay, so Cuba and Fran talk now, and remember they're very close. And Cuba reports to Fran about the Chev stuff. So the Chev stuff that Kira had told her in their weird chat. Yeah. The chat where Cuba looked like a deer in headlights. So I guess the gist here is that Joseph had suggested there was more with Chev, or he'd be interested in exploring more with Chev, but then nothing happened there. I mean, can we talk about what a nothing burger that is?
No, who cares?
We'll get there. But wow, it gets a lot of airtime. Okay, at the table, Jack clears the air with AJ. So he makes an effort of going up to AJ and just sort of like bygones be bygones. And Kira seems annoyed. I mean, isn't this over? Why was Kira annoyed by this?
I don't know. I just don't understand why people are so focused on the past.
Yeah. And also, to me, there's just like, it's such, what are you even talking about? Well, what did Jack even have to clear the air with AJ about?
Nothing.
Oh, I guess him having said he was her number one. Like, who cares?
Who cares?
The fact that AJ was no longer bothered by this, I think.
It's so dumb. They're on TV between a wall with each other talking like, who cares what happened back then?
Well, when AJ talks to Kira about this and he's like, why are you upset? She says she's annoyed because him acknowledging that conversation between Jack and the guys meant he was lying about it the day before. So she felt that him acknowledging to AJ, oh, sorry if I said the wrong thing, that he had been lying about what he had said.
All right.
And she just can't seem to get over the fact that he called her boring, I think.
Yeah. She's going to keep coming at him for that.
Kira, I oscillate between loving Kira because I think
she's entertaining.
She's so entertaining and she's making this season. Let's be honest. She's, even if you hate her, you want to watch her.
She's the money character.
Yes. But at the same time, she's so walled off and so like, she seems to harbor a lot of anger.
Yeah, she works on spite. She
operates, it's like her fuel.
Yeah.
And I even think that her wanting money and wanting the house and
she wants to beat people.
She wants to beat people. And it's very unenlightened.
Yeah.
I find. And so as much as I enjoy watching her, I'm like, oh, Kira, like go. I want her to go with Cuba and hug some trees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, so Jack, now this is after the party. He surprises Faye with rose petals strewn around their pool. He says he loves her. Of course, she says it back. And later, Fran asks Joseph about the Chev stuff. And he admits to it ending weirdly, but he says he's being honest. And then when he learns that she learned about this from Cuba, who learned about it from Kira, he's annoyed. I find the Joseph Kira thing really funny.
Yeah.
Because they're such different people. Yeah. They operate so differently.
And Joseph's also so polite.
I know.
He's so proper, such respect for women.
I know. And he's just kind of like,
okay, all right.
I love it.
Hello.
Oh, Remy Vampire, is that you?
Yes, I am back from a long trip to my homeland of Transylvania.
Oh, yes?
Where I was able to spread the word to my family of what I've learned in America about the Remy night guard.
Yeah. Oh, so they were interested in maybe not grinding at night anymore?
Yes, and all of them grind.
Yes. And grinding your teeth is not good for your teeth. It also gives you headaches.
Yes.
And that disrupts your sleep. Okay, so the Remy Night Guard is the only FDA cleared and clinically tested at-home impression kit night guard on the market because you basically get to have the custom night guard experience. I mean, look, this is Andy's. Look how custom this is, but without paying that premium dentist price.
I have not worked in 500 years. I cannot afford these things you speak of.
And let me tell you, a custom night guard runs you a pretty penny. Meanwhile, with Remy, you pay 80% less with their at-home impression kit. They send it to you. You mix the putty. You stick it in the little tray. You go, you bite down it. You hold for 5 minutes. It's actually kind of fun. We did it together like a date night activity because we've been married for a really long time.
I have no wife. My wife is only darkness.
And then you ship it out. And then Remy ships back to you your custom night guard. I mean, it's actually kind of fun. And I just think it's a great way to look after your teeth.
And without my teeth, I might as well be an accountant.
So protect your teeth with Remy by using code Shandy to get a whopping 55% off your new custom night guard from now until the end of August with Remy Club Subscribe and Save.
That's 55% off at shopremi.com/Shandy with code Shandy.
That's shopremy.com/Shandy. And we thank Remy for sponsoring this episode.
REVOLVE shop. Revolve.
Oh, nice, Andy. No, it's true.
Yeah, it is true. You do shop at Revolve.
I do shop at Revolve. My dress is from Revolve.
And you've been shopping there forever,
I have been shopping at Revolve forever. I mean, how many online retailers can you say that about, actually?
No. Revolve has stood the test of time with you, and not many things, except for me, as of today, stand the test of time with you.
I mean, doesn't that prove how Revolve stays with the times in terms of fashion?
They've got their finger on the pizzizzle.
They do. And they are the destination for finding something to wear for any occasion. We are talking work, home, like lounging around, going to a wedding, maybe going on vacation, what to wear to your own wedding. I mean, they even have a bridal department. Also, you can search by event, like by the occasion.
Oh, that's great.
I love that. And they have everything from like high-end, like pricier pieces to more affordable pieces. They have brands that are tried and true. They have brands you've never heard of. They also have their own brands, which are super cute. I mean, they know what they're doing.
So whether it's a big night out, a wedding, or a summer trip.
Or you just need something last minute that actually works, Revolve always has it.
Go to revolve.com/Shandy to shop Sharleen's faves and use code Shandy to get 15% off your first order.
Fast shipping, easy returns. It just makes everything easier.
That's revolve.com/Shandy to shop Sharleen's faves and get 15% off your first order.
Offer ends September 17th, so don't miss out.
Revolve.
Okay, so that brings us to episode 6, Andy.
All right, moving along.
We thankfully are back in London. Not to say I didn't like Ibiza, it looked gorgeous. I just found that episode to be just like Snoresville.
Yeah.
Okay, so things get more interesting now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jordan and Yasmin are looking at their Instagrams.
Yeah.
I thought this was interesting. You see these photos where Yasmin used to wear makeup. She said camouflage. She would camouflage her vitiligo. I think it's so cool that
It's like, no, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I guess she was inspired by Winnie Harlow, the supermodel.
Okay.
I saw this on her Instagram. And I just thought that was really inspiring.
Yeah.
So then they're looking at Jordan's
Instagram.
She's like, oh, you don't have any photos. And then she says, right, let's see your DMs.
Oh, dear.
And then, let's see your requests. This scene was very cringy. And then she says, who's Amy?
Oh, dear.
And Andy, you were shocked that Jordan was even entertaining it.
I think he was just being so polite here.
He is so polite. I actually think Jordan, he's so understanding of Yasmin's lack of experience in relationships. And I think he's so sweet. And so I don't think he wants to like shame her.
Right.
But I do think that this is not really an appropriate thing to ask to see.
No.
At this point.
No.
It's not like he's been accused of anything.
Especially the way she's doing it.
She's like, yeah, right.
Let's business-like. It's like, okay, let's get on with the Instagram.
Later at lunch, she asks how he feels about the pace of their relationship, and he admits it's going a little slow.
Just a touch. Just a touch.
I mean, it just doesn't feel romantic.
There's no romance. There's no romantic connection here whatsoever.
Even let's see your DMs. Usually the context in which you would say that would be more like jealousy driven or like it would be more of like, well,
it was apropos of nothing. It was just like, oh, let's see those DMs.
Yeah, it almost felt like, okay, let's see your homework.
We have nothing else to talk about. Let's look at your DMs.
Yeah. Yeah, at least sometimes when there's jealousy, there's like that fire behind that.
You got home at 6 a.m. last night. I don't know where you were. Let me look at your DMs.
Yes.
Even then, you got to do it gracefully.
Yeah. We'll move on to Ryan and Cuba now, Andy. So this is the first scene we see of them in London. They're in their apartment.
Aruba. I'm just putting an A in front. Makes it better.
Aruba?
It's Aruba.
Uh-huh.
That's what they are. They're Aruba.
Do you want to go to Aruba?
No, I just think
Aruba's
better than Aruba. I don't want to go to Aruba.
You don't want to go?
No, I know what Aruba's about. It's a nice place. But I feel like I can get what Aruba offers in other places.
Really?
Yeah.
No interest in Aruba.
Don't need to go to Aruba, no. It's nice though.
You know
I've heard
what's
good
funny
things.
about you that it took me years to understand? Like when I haven't been to a place, I think that I would more so be like, oh, well, I'm more interested in going somewhere else, but it's not like I don't want to go there. But meeting you, like Andy, there's many places he's just like, no, I don't want to go there.
Well, you have to make decisions.
There's many countries you're like, no, I don't want to go there. And I just think it's such a funny way to look at it.
The world is a really big place.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of countries, like thousands of cities. You have to pick and choose.
You tend to know more where you don't want to go than where you do want to go.
That's probably
and I think
true.
more about where I do want to go.
Well, I'm slowly going to eliminate everything to the point where I know where I want to go.
Process of elimination. Yeah. Okay, so this is their first conversation that we see. Anyway, this is the order they aired it in London. And Ryan chooses to use this time to tell Cuba how he likes time to himself. He's like, I like an hour or two to myself here and there.
Yeah.
And as much as I agree with the concept of that, I just think the timing of that is really notable. You know, like it's early to be saying this. They talk about his public speaking career. He's away a lot. And then the next time we see them, he is off to Amsterdam to do public speaking. I didn't know this was a thing. This is something you could just become a public speaker.
I didn't realize it. He's doing he's acting. It's wild. Maybe I'm missing this, but my impression was that he is paid by companies,
corporations,
to talk about a thing that they want an audience to know about, but he's not part of it.
That's what I'm
They're just
confused
giving him like a script. He learns it. He gets an idea of what he's going to say, like inspirationally, and then he just does it like an act, like a stand-up act.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Right? Isn't that what it is?
It seemed like
it's
that.
a little interesting to me because I always imagined a public speaker as someone who has this life story, right? Yeah. And then they build a talk around their experience.
Right, an inspirational speaker. An inspirational speaker.
Sorry,
a public speaker is not. It's just anyone who speaks publicly. He's hired to give inspiration to crowds, but he doesn't necessarily work for the company that wants to deliver the inspiration.
I had no idea that was a thing. I always assumed that when someone gives a talk, for a corporation, they work at the corporation.
100%. And they have on staff an inspirational speaker.
Or just someone who's good at speaking.
Exactly. Like a CEO or a marketing director.
Yes.
Yeah, this is new to me.
And so they show him.
Feels very false. I mean, he's honestly, a complete hack. Or maybe he picks and chooses. Maybe he's such a successful inspirational speaker that he just rejects projects.
You said he's not an inspirational speaker. You just said that he's a public speaker.
No, a public speaker is not a job. That's just someone that's anything. Anyone who's speaking.
So you're saying he is an inspirational speaker?
That was his job title, inspirational speaker, right?
No, I think it's
motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker. Okay, we got there. It's fine. We got there. Took some work. But he's a motivational speaker. So he motivates people to do something that a company wants them to do. Like they just want to hire someone to give inspiration to their company, to make them more inspired to work for the company.
So we see the tail end of his speech in Amsterdam, and it's him saying, so get clear on your story and who you are.
All right, done.
I mean, is there any question that this is why he's on the show?
There is literally not the tiniest shred. The piece of possibility that he is on the show not to promote his business is smaller than the width of a gamma ray.
Good callback.
Thank you.
And then also that was about Ryan too.
Yeah.
So is this your way of saying that you think Ryan is
a fraud?
A fraud.
But only in the context of this show. In life outside of this show, like in his actual life, he may be a wonderful person.
Well, so this is what's interesting. So I stalked his Instagram. I did a little sleuthing on some of these people. And on his Instagram, he had a reel talking about how we all work too hard. We're all like too focused on like being productive and achieving and the hustling. And I really enjoyed it.
Oh, there you go.
I agreed with him.
Yeah.
And I did think he was a good speaker.
There you go.
It was one take and it was compelling. I watched it all the way through. And so it's funny because I would have tapped his other content. Like I enjoyed it in that format.
But now you feel sold.
Well, I'm not enjoying him on the show.
Right. So this is the thing. This is how
he feels false on the show.
It may backfire for you, but I have a feeling this is not going to backfire for his career.
Oh, it'll be great for his career.
He's going to get great traction.
Yeah.
And when I call him a fraud, that's not a really derogatory because there's no. I mean, it may sound it, but there are so many frauds on these shows.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to find non-frauds.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there's no question in my mind that he's like, how do I make my business better? I'm really good looking. They do a Love is Blind UK.
Yeah.
I'm single.
No, I
Let's
mean, you've
do
got
it.
to, how, I guess you could say, how is this different from AJ who wants to open his own fitness studio?
No, it's no different. Although there's a slight possibility that AJ's there for only the right reason. It's slight. It's like a 5G.
But here's the thing. Maybe if Ryan had been partnered with someone who he was really into, because I think it's obvious to us both that he's just not that into Cuba, which is a shame because I absolutely love Cuba.
Yeah, she's delightful.
But it maybe if he had someone he was really into, we would see a different side of him.
I think he went on this show with 95% my career is about to take off from this, and 5% maybe I'll find love.
When you think about it, it's pretty impressive that he seems to fly all over the place to give these talks.
Absolutely. He's good. Like he has a real career and he's probably very good at it.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be much more well known. Way more people are going to know about him than they used to. Why wouldn't he do this?
Yeah.
Again, he's a noble fraud.
Yeah.
And you said you enjoyed his video. Now many thousands of more people are going to enjoy his video. Maybe he's going to change lives. So it's a tremendous, it's an excellent beneficial fraud.
Okay, well, we're going to move on, Andy, to AJ and Kira.
All right.
They are chatting on the sofa, and she asks him what he's working towards.
What is it? How do you do Pilates? What is it, stretching, or is it lifting, or is it moving, or is it pulling? Are you pulling? Is there a machine?
Pulling. Yeah, well, if you're on a reformer, yes.
So give me a Pilates move. I don't know anything about Pilates.
Well, there's a lot of famous moves. There's the 100 where you're like, you're pumping your arms in a crunch position. And there's the roll up.
Oh. So it's body, it's like you're using your own body.
Yes, okay. A lot of your own body weight.
Core
Sometimes you're on a machine, but it's definitely controlled, like micro movements. Okay. And it's a lot of core.
So it's like almost like Tai Chi, but more westernized.
I think it's more like, how do I describe this? It's
Kung
more like
fu?
there's a lot of what?
Nothing.
No. It's hard to describe because it really is its own category.
Okay.
But in the world of Pilates, the core is called the powerhouse, and it's all about the powerhouse.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Good. I know so much now.
So it turns out AJ wants to open his own fitness studio, and now Kiara says she wants to be in a good financial situation when they have children.
Better be a big studio.
That's what she grew. That's what she grew up with. Her father was paying for everything.
They should have a cafe at his studio.
I think that's where you make money.
Every single time I see a place like a yoga studio or a Pilates or any of these with a cafe, I'm like, they're making money.
Yeah.
You need the cafe.
100% you need the cafe. You're charging like $4 for a bottle of water.
Yeah. And you get a desperate audience because they go in needing and they come out needing.
Literally the only times I ever buy a bottle of water now is when I go to a workout and I've forgotten my water.
There you go.
And I'm paying like $4 for the branded whatever bottle of water. And every single time I'm like, damn it.
It's a red herring.
But I'm buying it.
It's a red herring. The Pilates is not even the thing. It's the cafe. It's like popcorn at a movie.
Yeah. Okay, so now Kiara describes her future house. It's amazing.
6? How many rooms?
It's a 4 to 5 bedroom Victorian conversion. They don't need to get it like that right away. They can buy it and then renovate.
And then add 3 bedrooms?
And she talks about all these additions.
Yeah, I mean, she's joking here.
This was really funny.
I think she's joking.
She talks about lighting is important.
She's joking.
And she's like, and maybe a few skylights. I loved this.
She's totally joking. But she's
I don't
serious.
think she's joking.
No, she's serious and joking, which is the best type of joking.
I said last week that I know one person in my life like her.
Yeah.
And she's not joking.
Oh, okay.
She's not joking.
But she knows that it's going to be seen as comical to some people, right? She's self-aware.
Yes, but I do think that Kiara's she's a performance artist. Like
she understands the caricature of what she is.
She's playing a character, but it's also a facet of who she is.
Yes,
and
I
she
agree.
knows it will get her screen time, which
it's both entertaining and true, which is the definition of true entertainment.
Yes.
You don't want to see falseness.
Yes.
You don't want to see a hack. You want to see someone who believes what they're talking about, and it's just pushing it to the next level a little bit.
Yes. And what's so interesting about Kiara as a contestant is she's very polarizing. So we sent out 2 reels about Kiara and AJ last week. And the comments ranged from this gold digging bitch, whatever, like hate her, what a red flag, yada, yada, to what a queen.
Yeah.
Like, she's just honest. She's great.
And that's what I would expect from
dream
her.
big girl, go get it kind of thing.
I would expect 60-40 hate to love. And often the love will be love to hate or hate to love, but it's still love because they love watching her.
Yeah. And I also think, though, that there is a category of woman who finds her really inspiring.
Yes, absolutely.
You're not apologizing for it,
Unapologetic.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. And I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
In a later scene, they already seem to be bickering. This is in the morning. And we hear him say, I've been extremely compromising.
It's a proper bicker.
It's a proper bicker.
Oh.
He says, I've been extremely compromising. And she says, do you not think I'm good to live with? I don't really have her accent down. She's got a very distinct accent.
I can't. I'm not even trying. You notice I'm not even trying. There's too many different accents.
And then she says, what's the best thing about living with me? And he says, clear directions.
Dig.
It was such a dig.
Yeah.
It was all lighthearted, but it did feel like there was tension.
That was a good response. AJ's quick.
I like AJ.
You got to be quick to be with her.
Well, that's the thing.
She'll steamroll you.
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree. So now we have a girl chat in Sophie's apartment. It's a huge bouquet of flowers.
Sophie likes to entertain.
She does.
You can see. She's into it.
You can tell. Yeah. You can tell she was
she's ready to go.
I got to say, I like entertaining too. We just don't have the space.
But we will. We will.
One day.
Yes, soon.
So there's a big bouquet of flowers that Taylor allegedly got her. Do you think that Taylor actually got her those flowers, or was he given those flowers to give to her in order to then make Yasmin jealous?
Well, I mean, at this point,
or insecure.
At this point, it's like you just tell a PA, you're like, get me flowers.
Yeah.
And that counts as getting flowers.
I'm wondering that.
You have to still think about asking the PA to do it.
Yeah, you might as well ask, right? You might as well ask. Yeah, see if you can. We totally did that on The Bachelor. We'd be like, might as well ask.
Yeah.
One of the girls was like, I want a Vitamix. And we're like, ask.
Did she get a Vitamix?
Yeah, a Vitamix.
They brought a Vitamix?
They brought in a Vitamix.
That's like into a $500 mixer.
Well, into the Bachelor mansion, yeah.
Wow, good for you.
There was not already a Vitamix, and 48 hours after asking, there was a Vitamix.
Those were the old days when they had like 10 million viewers.
Now you're not. You're just getting like a magic bullet.
You get one of those things on Amazon from China. It's like $8. The top flies off when you try to make something.
Okay, so at this girl chat, Francesca confronts Kira for gossiping about Joseph and Chev. And I got to say, I love this side of Francesca.
Yeah.
She doesn't take shit.
She's tough.
She doesn't. And you could tell she was like defending her man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this because Kira, I think, doesn't really have that much to stand on. Like, it was kind of inappropriate. I just don't think it's any of her business.
Absolutely.
So now we have a little one-on-one time with Cuba and Fran. We learn here that Cuba needs more romance from Ryan.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Some tantric romance.
Tantric?
With some heavy breathing.
You know, you shouldn't laugh. Apparently, it's very good.
I think breathing, honestly, I mock, but I think breathing is the single most important thing to regulate all emotion, all anxiety.
I've been reading that book.
Sleep.
I've been reading the book Breath.
It's so important.
Oh my goodness.
I do know I do it. I do it all the time. Before a podcast, I do 4-7-8 breathing.
Yes.
That's my favorite. 4-7-8 relaxes you.
Yes.
In for 4, hold for 7, out for 8.
I think the key is for your exhale to be longer than your inhale.
Slightly. It depends what you're looking for, because if you're looking to get awake, if you're looking to wake up, there's different. It's like more inhale than less exhale. The more you exhale, the more you relax. The more you inhale, the more energy you get.
Yeah. And always through your nose.
Always through the nose and out through the mouth. The mouth is not meant to breathe in. Do you know, if you look at old, like...
I think out through the nose is also okay. But go on.
Fine. I didn't... I'm not taking a stand on out through the nose. Maybe it's okay.
Okay, so go on.
But you know, when you look at old pictures of like primitive man, like from like hundreds of thousands or a million years ago.
Yeah.
They had humongous nostrils.
Yes.
Like the nostrils took up like a quarter of their face.
Yes.
We were never meant to breathe through our mouth. The mouth was not ever meant for breathing. Mm-hmm. We've become mouth breathers.
I told you this.
Yeah, you did tell me this. But I researched it further.
Okay, good. But it's because of our brains. As our brains grew, our
will
faces
say,
squished.
If you're going to go there, I did tell you about breath, and you made fun of me. You made fun of me.
You told me about what?
I told you about the breath stuff that I do, and you originally made fun of me.
I never made fun of you.
No, you did.
No, I didn't. This is not true. I'm being maligned.
You made fun of me.
This is not true.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yasmin now, sweet Yasmin. So as all the ladies are talking about how obsessed with them their guys are, Yasmin is sort of like, and I feel like the camera's like zooming in on her slowly. I was just like,
The faces were starting to look like The Office. It was starting to feel a little bit officey.
Oh, yeah, like almost parody-ish.
Almost a parody.
Yeah, parody of someone who has very little relationship experience and is in a relationship that's not as good as the people around her, and she's forced to hear about it, and she's comparing.
Right. You could slowly zoom in on her facial expressions and just have like the Curb music playing.
Oh,
it's
yeah?
Like, dun, 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 dun,
oh, poor Yasmin.
No, I know. It's just
she's
not
so
fair.
Sweet.
It's not fair. Everyone's experienced. She's not.
Okay, so now we have the guys chat, Andy, in a bar. Everyone's gushing about their ladies and their relationships. Everything's going amazing. Jack would marry Faye today. The stars aligned for all of them. And now Jordan, though, shares about his mare.
Mare. I like that.
I know, but is it too much work to say nightmare?
A little bit. I like mare.
Are you going to start saying mare?
I think I am, yeah.
He brings up Yasmin jumping right into his DMs. He says it felt like an invasion of privacy. And things are going slow over there. Okay, so we're going to move on now. We have a couple of miscellaneous scenes. Faye and Jack, after Jack has eaten too much. He's on his back. They show the camera from the side to see his belly.
You know what Jack is? I think Jack's a glutton.
Yeah.
I think he's a glutton.
In more ways than one.
In all the ways. I think we're going to,
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I think you might be right about that. But what struck me, okay, so that's what struck you about the scene is how gluttonous he is.
Well, it's just, I'm piecing together his character.
What struck me about this scene is how mother-son their dynamic is.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like on the surface, you can be like, oh, so cute. She's rubbing his belly and joking, like, when are you due? But it was also extremely mother-son. She's like, coddling him. Oh, you ate too much. And he's like, oh, I ate too much. Look at the
I honestly could have easily seen a nipple coming out for feeding.
Oh, Andy made a joke about how he was going to start feeding.
Yeah.
Here.
It's feeding time.
Feeding time.
Or maybe he fed too much. She had to put it away. Sleep now.
Okay, so now we have Taylor and Sophie on a double-decker bus. They're touring around London. It was cute because they both don't live in London, right?
No.
And so they're both sightseeing. I thought this was really cute.
That was cute.
And Sophie didn't know anything.
She knows nothing about anything.
She didn't know the East London was the East End, West London was the West End. She doesn't know who the Prime Minister is.
She's like, aren't they changing it about all the time? I mean, to her credit, they are changing it about a lot these days.
I love how he's like, you don't know this is the Prime Minister. She's like, oh, look, they just got married.
He's like, anyway.
Oh my, I gotta say, I love her.
She's great. She's great. You know what? She's not defensive. She's like, yeah, I don't know stuff, but I'm great.
It's so honest.
I love her.
She's just like, yeah.
Love her. That shows you what being real does. So you can have someone on another show that's kind of an airhead, but acts in a way that's like arrogant.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, no, I'm the greatest. I'm great at everything. And then you're like, oh, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
But Sophie, it's like endearing.
She's so humble.
It's endearing.
It's endearing. She's just like, well, she's confident and humble at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, and she knows what she knows. She doesn't know what she doesn't know. And she doesn't. Well, also, we have to give Taylor credit here because I've dated a guy not like Taylor. When I didn't know something that I probably should know, he made me feel
bad.
Instead of being like, oh, you don't know, like he was like, you don't know, blah, blah, blah. Like, and it made me kind of defensive.
Well, you know
and like I felt stupid.
Well, that's inappropriate. What I think is the worst thing is people who know that they know something, but the thing they think they know is completely wrong.
Yeah.
I much prefer someone to not know things and admit it, be like, oh, I don't know who the Prime Minister of England is, as opposed to like, oh, I'm 100% sure that this pendant blocks all electromagnetic frequency.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so we're going to go back to Yasmin and Jordan now, Andy, after the girl and guy chats. So Yasmin's recapping to Jordan, arriving to Sophie's apartment and seeing the big bouquet of flowers that Taylor had got.
Don't do it. Oh, it's going to happen,
she does it. And she says, and I was like, still waiting on my flowers from Jordan.
Oh, dear. Oh, boy.
This was really painful. Andy, I wrote this down. Andy insisted on rewatching this because he's so sick. He said, I got to get my sick quota. You wanted to rewatch how cringy this was.
I mean,
what's wrong with you?
I don't know, actually. I don't know what's wrong with me.
But I kind of knew what you meant.
I mean,
it was so the wrong thing to say about this.
It was the wrong way and the time and the thing.
I love how his face, he was like, I mean, how could you not? It was just so passive aggressive.
It was just wrong. Sweet Yasmin.
She says Sophie never has to wonder how Taylor's feeling.
Oh no.
And Jordan says, well, I've been trying, but I can try harder, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of politeness, but I got to say there's tension.
This was the end.
There's tension.
Yeah.
And in a later scene, Jordan comes home with flowers and chocolate, and she's elated. And she says, my fiance bought me flowers. So again, I love Yasmin, but I do think her inexperience in relationships is showing.
Yeah, it's like someone who learns how to play golf from watching golf on TV.
Yeah, or playing Mario Golf. That's me.
That's better.
when I go to the driving range, I'm like, I got this. Wait, why is this so much harder? Yeah, but where are we going with that? Or Mario Tennis.
Yeah, she has this storybook version of what she thinks, relationships are. And yes, sure, there are elements of storybook that are in relationships, but the day-to-day of relationships has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand how to do the thing. She doesn't have the skill set. And this is not the right place for someone to learn how to do this.
Well, especially talk about the comparing, right? Like she has couples on either side of her who are like, oh, he does this, he worships the ground I walk on, he blah, 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 he makes me feel so secure. And I think that she's taking from that, like, oh, like he got her flowers. Well, that's an indicator of how he feels about her. So she's trying to make that happen, to like recreate it. But it's something that either is there or it isn't. And for example, Taylor could have bought Sophie those flowers, but if he wasn't making her feel loved, it wouldn't matter.
That's the thing. It's to take your video game analogy. It's like she is just thinking of it as like eating a fruit in Pac-Man. It's like, oh, flowers are a fruit. If I keep eating fruits, I'll get more points and get to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah. You give me the flowers. You give me the chocolate.
Is that too old a reference? Does no one know that you ate fruits? You ate fruits in Pac-Man.
No.
There's strawberry, there's cherry,
amazing? Can we talk about
peach.
Andy's
Pretzel's not a fruit, but it was in there too.
Andy is amazing at Pac-Man, you guys.
I'm very good
I watched him play at an arcade recently, and it took my breath away. Like shocking. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You are better at Pac-Man than I am at any video game that I play.
Oh, thank you.
It's like all your video game skills are in Pac-Man.
You know, what's funny about it is it never goes away. Like I forget how to do a lot of things, but somehow that skill, my brain's like, this is important. We need to be good at Pac-Man forever.
You have retained that. And it's like ballsy. You play so aggressively. Like all I do in Pac-Man is run away. And if I happen to get some like dots on the way, I get them and some fruit. But like, I'm not playing aggressively.
I mean, that's a real generational shift.
Yes.
I mean, that's probably the biggest extreme we have in generational gap.
Is video games.
Yeah, because the trajectory of video games after I was done with video games went straight to the moon.
Yes.
It went from literally Centipede Pac-Man to like Zelda.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. Like with music, entertainment, like life, political stuff, cultural, I never feel a gap.
Yeah.
But video games, I feel a huge
big
gap.
Oh, trust me, I feel it too.
So Sharleen, here we are again. We've all waited patiently for August to roll around because as we all know, August is National Dog Poop Month.
Is it really?
It most certainly is.
I mean, I do feel like out of anyone who might celebrate it, it might be us because we are extremely invested in Ruby's poops.
We do celebrate it. Why are you lying?
Okay, well, that's why we love Ollie. Because Ollie is a company that makes you feel normal for being so obsessed with your dog's poops.
You are what you eat, and you see it in the bowl.
So what makes Ollie so exceptional is it is fresh, human-grade dog food. It is slow cooked for maximum nutrition for your dog. And can we talk about the names? Beef dish with sweet potatoes. You've got the chicken with carrots. Here is the pork with apples. They are chef prepared with gut-friendly ingredients to help with digestion, with energy, with poop.
And if you ever have questions about your little pooch, there is free on-demand vet support.
So this summer, treat your pooch to better food and perfect poops.
Head to ollie.com/Shandy. Tell them all about your dog.
And use code Shandy to save a whopping 70% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today.
It's super easy and risk-free with their obsession guarantee.
That's OLLIE.com/Shandy and use code Shandy for 70% off your first box.
Ollie, feed the obsession.
Can we move on, Andy, from Yasmin and Jordan and all these video game analogies to Kira? Okay, so first we have Kira. We have Kira and AJ hanging clothes to dry. And this is hilarious. I mean, this was like a comedy sketch.
Yes, a
She's
lot
like,
of
you don't put the
comedy
socks at the top of the prime real estate. You put the shirt there. The socks go here. It's like,
she's right.
I mean, she's right, but also she's always kind of.
I know.
She admits in her confessional that she's pushing it. She wants to see just how far she can push it.
Yeah.
And later on, she has a girl chat with Yasmin and Chevanique, Andy. Chevanique emerges.
Chevanique.
Chev says that she was left with Joseph thinking he was still interested in exploring things. And she feels that Joseph owes her, what'd she say? Not a conversation, but an explanation, which I think she meant the other way around.
The other way around.
Yeah. Just to play devil's advocate on this scene.
Mm-hmm.
I recall Joseph trying to end it with Chevanique.
Yes.
And then her kind of convincing him that there was something really special there.
This is BS.
And then he had a really hard time sticking to his guns and finally was left with like, okay, well, like, let's give this another day.
He was being polite.
He was being like overly gentlemanly.
He felt bad.
Yeah. I just felt like she was using that against him when really she was the one who tried to turn things around. I'm just saying. Okay, so we're going to move on to Joseph and Fran now, Andy. This is after the girl and guy chats. Fran tells Joseph that Kira felt that Joseph was probing about Jack, which is just not what happened.
That's so bullshit.
Let's be honest. He happened to be standing there, and when she was basically talking shit about his friend, he was like, well, it's not what I heard, but, how did that conversation play out? I don't think Joseph did much wrong here.
Honestly, Joseph takes injustice well.
He does.
It
makes him look good.
I could take a lesson from him. I get very upset when I'm accused of things I didn't do.
You would not have taken this as well.
No, I would have lost it. Well, he's a real gentleman. I'll tell you, Joseph can do no wrong.
But what I love, though, is his face expression always betrays him. He's like, oh, is that what she said? But he's like...
He's like throwing her off a roof in his mind.
Okay, so now Joseph meets Francesca's family. They have a cute little red poodle.
Very cute.
Very cute poodle. Oh
Very
my God.
cute.
They reveal that they have said I love you, and there's endearing disbelief from her family. And I think it's her sister who says, so when's the wedding? And she says, in a month's time. And her dad says, what? A month this year or next year?
A month next year, some month.
I love their shock. I feel like they did not study up on this show. But what I love is that they still did it. They still showed up on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, they want their screen time.
No, I don't
think so.
I don't think
joking.
they care about screen time, but they were hilarious.
No, they were doing the job. They do jobs well. They're responsible people. They were told they need to be on TV. They showed up on TV.
I am not sure I've ever seen a set of parents on any show we've ever recapped that so perfectly represents the majority of parents.
Yes, this is the reaction of the average parent in the world to this situation.
Loving, present, intelligent parent whose kid maybe went on the show on a lark and they're like, a month from now or a year from now.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like we don't necessarily see enough of that. We often see parents that are like, oh, well, you're happy, like, Godspeed.
Yeah. The producers are like, just keep going. Yeah. It's good.
I mean, they were so great. Joseph says all the right things, but mom and dad are not convinced. No. Fran's mom even says to him, I mean, we don't really know you. Joseph asks for their blessing and they're like, let's talk with Francesca alone. And her mom says they're still living in the bubble. And Francesca says, but we still have 4 weeks. And she says, but the 4 weeks are still in the bubble. And as they keep pressing for details, I think we learned that Francesca and Joseph still live with their parents.
I guess so.
Is that what you got from this?
I'm confused because...
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
It's just what I garnered.
Joseph doesn't give me the feeling of living with parents, but I don't know.
But I think maybe it was more that Francesca still lives there because she said, so after these 4 weeks are done, you get married. Are you just going to come back here?
Yeah.
Which to me meant here, like in this house. It was unclear.
Yeah, it was unclear.
And Francesca says, why are you doing this?
Mom.
So Andy, you felt that Francesca was signaling something.
I got the feeling she was signaling like, I get it. I know what's going on. Don't worry. I'm not doing something stupid.
Okay, trust me.
Whether that means she's truly like very in love with Joseph to the point where she's like, no, you don't understand. This is actually a thing. Yeah. Or she's like, look, I like Joseph a lot. Maybe we'll date after the show, but don't worry. I'm not getting married to him. Just calm down.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Okay. So moving on to episode 7 now, Andy. Joseph and Fran are talking afterwards and he calls what he received at her parents' house an absolute grilling, which I love. And I want to adopt that. I'm going to call things that now. An absolute grilling.
An absolute grilling. That's a good name for a restaurant.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect that.
I agree.
Positive response.
Fran says that it made her love him all the more, how well he handled himself. He did handle himself very well. Yeah. To be honest, how he handled himself with her family was the strongest thing I've seen from them. I think
Joseph handles himself well in every situation except when he's trying to break up with someone.
Because we're going to move on to Ryan in Cuba now. Ryan is taking a selfie video. He's at Gatwick, headed to Malaga for another speaking gig.
He speaks well.
He finally gets home now. And I didn't like this. No. This is their first conversation back. They're on the sofa and she's like, I missed you. And she's like facing him this way. And he's just like, yeah, I missed you too. So he's looking forward. She's facing him, saying how much she missed him. I did not like this.
Not good.
In a subsequent scene, he is just glued to his phone because he needs to recharge. Yeah. Andy.
She offers him an apple. Sad.
I know. She's munching on an apple.
Do you want a bit of apple?
And he's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Oof.
Because he needs to recharge, Andy. Yeah. He gives so much.
He gives so much speaking. Such a heavy speaking.
She says in her confessional that there's an energy shift since he's come back. And he, meanwhile, is saying that there's an energetic hangover after these trips.
I mean, I believe it. But, you know, just give her a little bit more.
Trust me, as someone who performs like on a stage, I can attest that there is like a hangover afterwards. But I don't know if it's... here's the thing is, in our relationship, you give me energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I imagine if you didn't, then I would need space from you after I perform.
No, it's absolutely acceptable what he's saying. The problem is is he is not communicating to her the way he feels. And the way he feels is clearly like, I'm phoning this in.
Yes.
And I want to get to the end of the show to get as many followers as possible.
As much screen
so
time.
what's ironic is for someone whose career is about speaking, he doesn't speak to her in any meaningful way.
Yes.
He does the breathing exercises. He does the sound dance, but he's not telling her the actual truth.
The sound dance.
Is that what it is? A sound dance?
Kind of, yeah. In a later scene, Cuba journals, Ryan comes over and says he has wanted to give to their relationship, but he just has nothing to give.
Nothing left.
And he expresses too much speaking. He expresses a little trepidation here about how fast it's moving.
Yeah.
I mean, we already knew this.
Is this the way, like sort of like a comedian, you don't say to a comedian like, hey, tell me a joke. It's like when he's done speaking, he's like, I don't speak anymore. I don't speak to you or anybody.
Okay, so now back to Kira and AJ. They have gotten in an argument, Andy, and he didn't stay at the apartment last night. AJ in his confessional says it stemmed from him telling her that his parents were not comfortable being on camera and he didn't get the empathy he felt he should have gotten from his fiance, which I picture being true.
Yeah, of course.
And she agrees later.
Yeah.
He visits Jordan to talk and shares that there was an additional argument where she made accusations about his character. How tragic is it that this wasn't caught on camera?
Yeah. Why not?
I feel all their interactions should be on camera.
Why not? How was this not caught on camera?
This always happens with Love is Blind. They only have these set filming days.
Oh, so they have time off camera.
Yeah,
I thought they're always being filmed.
Yeah, but all the good stuff happens off camera.
So they're actually not being filmed sometimes?
All the time.
Oh, so there's no hidden cameras on Love is Blind.
I know, but there should be.
There should be.
I think there should be.
It's so easy. Just set a couple up. It takes 5 minutes.
I would have, I'm sure the camera people are like, no, it doesn't. Now we see Kira and Yasmin chatting.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. I don't know if I saw Kira and Yasmin being close. I think Yasmin is just sort of friends with everyone.
I think Jordan and Yasmin have so much free time because they're not spending anything with each other that they could talk to other people about relationships.
Also, I think Kira doesn't really have many friends.
I agree.
I think that her one main friend was Chevanique.
Well, that's the thing. I think that Yasmin is so nice. Like she's just.
I think she's just friends with everyone. She's Switzerland.
Friend.
She's friends with everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and so was Jordan.
So Kira does admit she didn't give AJ the empathy necessary over his parents. She didn't understand how upsetting it was to him, and she admits that she later did want to pick a fight.
Yeah, she likes it.
I remember feeling like that.
Yeah.
In my 20s.
You want to push the limits, see where you can go.
Yeah.
I mean, usually when you have to push it like that, there are some problems.
Yes.
And I do believe there are some problems in their relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, it foots.
She says she was being unreasonable all day. She was self-sabotaging. This is not a representation of who she is. And what she has learned is that she does want to be with them. And later on, we see them chat finally. Kira says she was beyond unreasonable. She apologizes. And turns out when he was telling her about his parents, she was on her phone. And he said, can you please not be on your phone? And I guess she had a huge reaction to that.
Oh.
And she says she doesn't want to get hurt. She wasn't her best self. She was being very, quote, self-indulgent.
Do we believe that this is the last time this behavior is going to rear its head?
No,
Okay.
But I do think it was pretty major that she said this.
I agree. Both can be true.
I also like that she used the term self-indulgent because I do think
Yes.
Kira is incredibly self-indulgent and it showed self-awareness.
Well, this is why I think sometimes Kira's thing is an act because Kira is very self-aware.
She's an interesting mix of very self-aware and very unself-aware, isn't she?
But I think
But like how annoyed she was that Jack called her boring. Like, was that self-aware?
it's a choice. The fact that she got so annoyed at being called boring, that's triggering. I think she may see herself sometimes as being seen as boring.
Yeah.
And it upsets her deeply.
Okay.
So I think that was triggering. But I do think that she's very self-aware and she's made a choice. She knows the appearance of how she acts. She understands.
Yeah.
And she's made a choice. She's like, no, I'm doubling down on this.
Yeah.
This is my thing.
This is my thing.
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing I'm not, it's boring.
Yes.
And I mean, who would call Kira boring based on this season?
You can make a case that it's sort of the lady doth protest too much just because she's like pushing this whole like, look at me, I'm so expensive and crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
But really, I'm just boring.
Ooh.
But she's not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
AJ says, well, there's this one other thing. I know you want nice things, and I don't want to feel pressured to be able to afford things that I can't afford. And she says she loves him and none of that stuff matters.
Wow. They're going to live in a shack.
I thought this was an interesting 180.
Yeah.
Do we believe it?
I think There's two possibilities here. One is, this is not going out on a limb, but I think one is she actually had to come to Jesus where she's like, oh, I actually really love this guy.
Yeah, and him being actually angry, like him reaching his limit.
Her seeing that he could leave.
Yes.
And he did do a leave. And he wasn't like, I'll just be back in an hour. I need to clear my head. He was like, I'm gone.
And you really felt the power shift, right? He got upset and she was like, oh shit, I did go too far. And he leaves and suddenly she's like, wait, I really, really like you actually.
Right. Or she's so dastardly, so diabolical,
it's very possible
that she's like, "Oh my God, I'm about to leave this show.
I need you.
I
to
only
get to
have
the end.
like 3,000 Instagram followers. This is going to be a disaster. I have to not only get him back, but I have to profess my love as if I will die without him in my life."
Yes.
Which one do you think it is?
Isn't it funny? I have no idea. I feel like it's a true 50-50.
Yeah.
That's
if I had a
coin toss.
Gun to my head, I would probably do the latter. And maybe the latter is such a strong urge that she's almost confused herself as to whether they're true feelings or not. But I do think it's 51% the latter.
Part of the issue is that we just don't see much footage of them being lovey-dovey.
But she is convincing. She's convincing on both sides. When she says she loves him, I actually am kind of sold a little bit.
Yeah.
And when she says the stuff that's not nice, I'm also sold. I don't know which one it is.
Well, so later on they have dinner with friends, Andy. Yeah. And we were marveling at, so she has these 3 friends who joined.
Sycophants.
They just felt like
the Sussex sycophants.
Well, Andy, as you put it, you said that she found her people and they were all kissing her ass.
Yeah, big time.
I pictured
they were competing. They were like, one person kisses her ass is like, no, I can outdo that. And then there's another outdo of that.
It felt a little Regina George-ish with her minions. And they were like, oh.
Yeah, she's like got her pinky off in the glass. She's just like, yes.
Tell me how
kissing,
happy I look. It was a funny scene, to be honest. It was, I think, meant to be touching because Kira says that she's actually really into him.
I think that they have great friendships. Yeah. I jest.
Okay, so now a few miscellaneous scenes. Sophie and Taylor go up north to Manchester where he comes to her home. It is so cute.
So cute.
It is so well kept. So everything is just so.
Everything Sophie does is exactly what you'd think Sophie does.
But no, you say that, but there are some Sophie-ish people, men and women, but also women.
I'm not talking about Sophie-ish people. I'm talking about Sophie herself.
Oh.
Once you get to know Sophie, you're like, oh yeah, of course that's Sophie's home. Oh, of course this is how Sophie knows about current events. Oh, of course this is how she hosts a party.
But I mean, there are some Sophies whose houses would not be so tidy.
No, a lot of Sophies, most Sophies.
I mean, you've talked before about how you've dated girls who like seemed so put together and then you went to their apartment. Disaster. Andy has some like horror stories.
Yeah. Like a path, like between clothes, like where there's a path from the bed to the bathroom.
It was like hoardery.
Yeah, you'd have to like walk in between mountains of crap
to get to the bathroom.
Yeah,
and that's a turnoff, right?
Oh yeah.
How can that not be?
That's never a good thing.
Sophie says, "I'm very proud house."
Cute.
I love how she cut. She's like proud house, and she's like, no, house proud. I love her. Later on, we have Faye and Jack. Faye meets Jack's family in Cornwall. And it was sweet. His mother says, I know this, Jack. It's just so nice to see someone else know it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's nice.
You'll put a pin in them.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, so Yasmin, meanwhile, meets Jordan's family in Birmingham. Turns out she's in London, he's in Birmingham. They've yet to figure that out. His dad says she's made a man of him, and he's proud of him. That's sweet.
That's nice.
Yasmin, unsurprisingly, knocks us out of the park.
Yeah.
I mean, I can picture her. I think she said that at one point. She's like, your family's going to love me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm great with families.
Yeah, what family wouldn't love her?
I know, exactly. She gets the family's blessing, and in a later scene, they cook, and they're talking about living in Birmingham versus London. Andy, you called this an improv scene. Mm-hmm. Do you want to explain?
It felt like they were told to talk about this, and they're like, okay, let's go. And the fact of the matter is, I hate to say this, but Jordan has figured out his out. And that is, I know Yasmin wants to stay in London. Mm-hmm. And I don't care. I can move to London. I can move anywhere. But I'm going to say I need to stay in Birmingham. Done.
I think that he does want to stay in Birmingham.
Okay, but even if he does, I'm saying he's like, I figured it out.
Yeah,
if I say I want to stay in Birmingham, this isn't going to work.
I feel like we almost watched the arc of him being like, how do I get out of this?
He figured it out.
Oh, wait. the distance.
Yeah. No, he did.
He's like, I got it.
He got it.
Okay, so now we have Faye's birthday bash. Andy, you said there's going to be drama at this party. And surprise, Faye's parents arrive. And I think Jack's kind of like,
oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
He's already like 9 drinks in.
But he did really well.
No, he did great.
But I do think that
Which is, says something.
Oh,
that he operates
did so
well
yeah.
under heavy intoxication.
When he's away, Faye talks to her family and her mom asks, what would Jack actually do for work in London? And Faye says, I don't actually know. And they all laugh. That laugh was very Joseph.
Thank you. He's rubbing off on me.
Cuba and Fran now talk. Cuba says it's lonely when Ryan's gone since he says he's thinking of her, but he's not actually messaging her. Meanwhile, with Alex, who's from the pod squad, Ryan says he's struggling. Okay, so meanwhile, Jordan tells Yasmin that he doesn't want her to move to Birmingham, Andy, because she would resent him. And
he figured it out. He found the keyhole.
And Yasmin asks if it's just the distance or something else. And he's like,
I didn't think of that.
Distance.
Damn it. Thought this was over.
He's like, let's talk about this when we're home.
Yeah.
And
I have to think about something. Give me some time to think.
And Yasmin now reports this to Cuba and Fran. And Cuba, who I think, by the way, is the most incredible friend.
The best friend in the world.
Cuba, I mean, they're all lovely. I love all these friendships. Everyone needs a
Cuba.
But Cuba is like next level.
Yeah,
she's like, no, he's using your words against you. You're the one who said you want to live in London, and now he's using that as ammunition.
Yeah.
To end, like, what's the actual reason? If he loved you, he would make it work.
And notice Cuba waited. She wasn't right out of the gate saying it. She waited until she had enough evidence. And then she's like, okay, I got to go hard.
And I do think that Yasmin needs it, to be honest, because Cuba's more experienced than her.
Yes.
And I think to anyone who's been dating for a while, it's obvious that he's using that as an excuse.
And also Cuba knows the weight of bursting her bubble. She knows that for her to burst her bubble now, you have to be 100% sure that you're right.
Yeah.
And she was.
Yeah.
Sad.
I love these friendships, honestly.
I know.
They're very sweet. Okay, so now Shevanique arrives to the party.
Dun.
Oh,
boy.
And she and Joseph chat, and Chev is quick to bring up her talking point, which is, I guess, confronting Joseph for how things were left, about how he wanted to explore things further. I mean, can we talk about what a nothing burger this was?
She had to get her screen time. She couldn't just have a few shots, have some laughs.
So this somehow becomes about Kira, because Kira had said something, and then she's like, okay, well, I'll bring Kira over. And he's like, okay. And so they bring Kira over, and Kira's just like, and then Fran, who sees all this going on, is like, okay, I'll join too. Honestly, this was painful to watch.
Painful.
Because, I mean, we're very, very clearly Team Fran and Joseph in this. I just don't think that Chev had much to stand on
Nothing.
here. It's like, okay, she kind of came off like sour grapes, but she kept being like, well, I don't care.
Yeah, she's like, I don't care. I just brought this up and made a whole thing about it and had us all 4 sit down and talk about it so that I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Let me tell you all how little of a shit I give.
I'm going to show you for 10 minutes of screen time. I'm going to explain to you how little I care.
Yeah, but the highlight for me here was how Fran
shut her down.
She shut her down. She got angry.
She was like, girl.
I loved this because I really think that Chev was doing what Fran was accusing her of, which was trying to cast doubt on the relationship, just trying to get screen time.
It was spiteful. She was trying to get screen time and trying to sabotage the relationship that she felt was hers. Fran stole the man from her. So she's like, I'm going to sink you guys.
But really the only reason why there are even question marks still about them is because Chev is the one who tried to change his mind.
Yes. Such BS.
Yeah. Well, I think what we found annoying about it was the lack of honesty from Chev. Like, if she had just been like, honestly, I was really hurt with how things ended. Well, remember, Chev self-described struggles with vulnerability.
Yes.
Right? And I think that the truth is that she was hurt. And she did feel like she and Joseph had something. And if she had just leaned into that and showed her softer side, I would have had a lot more heart for her. But instead it was like, you did this,
But she also had to do it in like a committee setting. What she should have done is gone up to Joseph and said, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
And this, by the way, she didn't need to do it. I wouldn't have encouraged this. But if she had to, just talk to him one-on-one and be like, I just want to let you know, I feel like, we didn't have closure. Like I really liked you and I felt a little hurt. And I just wanted to.
He was prepared to do, by the way.
Yes, and he would have been a gentleman. He'd be like, I'm so sorry. I know I probably led you on a little bit. I didn't mean, my words were wrong, like blah, 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 whatever. That's what she should have done. Instead, she made it a TV thing.
And it felt false.
So false. Yeah. There was nothing there.
Okay, well, this birthday party scene wraps with Jack feeling victorious for having done well with Faye's parents. And he's getting another drink at the bar. And she's like, how drunk are you? And he's like, I've nailed seeing your parents. I'm in a great mood. Don't bring me down. I thought, so we kind of differed here.
Well, in hindsight,
I thought he was a little too defensive. I didn't think she was coming at him. She wasn't saying, how drunk are you? She was like, how drunk are you?
Yeah, I thought
that was a little aggressive.
It was a little aggressive.
For him to be like, don't rain on my parade.
Well, in the moment, it was hard for me to tell that he was too drunk. So when she said that, I felt like maybe, it was okay for him to get a little bristly. But in hindsight, obviously, I changed my tune. But I don't know what was going on with Jack. I don't think it was necessarily just alcohol.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So later on we get audio of Faye trying to reach Jack because he's nowhere to be found. And now we're on to episode 8, Andy. This is the morning after the party. Turns out she woke up and could not find Jack. He had also turned off Find My Friends.
Ooh.
And when he comes in, he claims to not be sure how Find My Friends works.
I know how to turn it off. I just don't know how to turn it on.
He doesn't think it's a big deal for him not to be on his phone for an hour or two.
Oh.
And she says she just doesn't know where he went. Like, where did he go? And I gotta say, to me, this is gaslighting, is when you don't answer the question. Instead, you make it about trust.
Yeah.
Well, you have trust issues if you don't trust me. It's like, she just asked you where you went.
Yeah,
you're engaged. I think she has a right to know.
Question, yeah.
And you're focusing on how she has trust issues.
Yeah.
He's claiming he went on a walk. A long walk.
Okay. So, I want to clear I want to understand some logistics here.
Okay.
Make sure we're on the same page. So, does Find My Friends go away when your phone is off? I assume yes, right? Your phone can track when it's off, right?
I think, yeah.
So it's off. So technically his phone could have died or he could have turned it off. However, if that had happened, he would have clearly been like, oh, my phone was off.
Yeah,
I turned it off.
Or my phone died.
He would have said that. So we can clear that off the table. That didn't happen. So he did turn Find My Friends off. Number 2.
Or he turned his phone off.
Okay, but he would have, right. But
but here's the thing is,
why would he turn his phone off?
If he went to someone else's place, which is,
he should have said my phone died if he was lying.
Yes, but then how did he charge it again?
Exactly. So that we can remove. Mm-hmm. So he did turn Find My Friends off, or some bug happened in his phone that's unlikely. So, Number 2 is logistically, did he came back to the house with her after the party?
I'm not sure.
I think he did. How did he end up in Sliders?
Andy was really fixated on the sliders.
Slidergate is my favorite part about this.
I do think he probably came home.
He had to have, but he wasn't at the party in Sliders, correct? You don't go to a party in Sliders, I'm assuming. That's flip-flops?
I think so.
Okay, I think
so. Or just slides.
Or things you slide into.
Yeah.
Okay, so he came home. They ostensibly went to bed separately. He slept on the couch, and then he vanished for hours on end, came back at some ungodly time in the early morning.
Yes.
Okay, so this is my feeling about this. Are we going to get to the theories?
I was going to talk more about the parents and stuff, but we can skip right to the theories.
So my theory, I have 3 theories.
Okay.
And one of them is my winning theory.
Okay.
So number 1, he could have done some recreational substances.
Yes.
That required him to walk it off. Meaning he got home wired.
Okay.
And he had to go for a long walk in the chilly.
What is that, like Coke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coke or some other upper. Probably Coke. And he had to go for a long walk to kind of like walk it off.
Okay.
To like that, that's a thing. So then he comes back. He's like, okay, I think I can sleep now. And he lays his head down at 6
But in that case, why does he really have to turn off Find My Friends?
Again, I'm going through 3 theories.
Okay.
That's my least likely. I'm just throwing it in there.
Okay.
Number 2 is he went to go get drugs, which is a very serious red flag. So he has a serious problem.
Okay.
So he went to go see his crack dealer or something in the middle of the night.
2 hours away.
Yeah. That is also, I think, very unlikely.
Okay.
The most likely and the winner of the What Did Jack Do game is he had sex with another woman.
Yes.
I am very confident that's what happened.
Okay. Or that he at least went to probably an ex's place.
He went somewhere to have some dalliance with a woman. That is the leading and most likely theory.
And why do you think that's the most likely theory?
What else is he doing?
I mean, I don't really have anything for you, to be honest. I do think it's the most likely theory.
Is he playing laser tag at 4 a.m? What is he doing? I think
I think 1 and 3 are both kind of likely, to be honest.
Yeah, but he's going for a 2-hour walk in sliders in the middle of the night in London. It's just not a nighttime walking gear.
So you think he's getting into a car?
He's getting into an Uber.
Yeah.
Going somewhere far away.
Yeah.
He gets into the Uber, turns off Find My Phone, goes somewhere far away, meets a girl, does his thing, comes back, hops into bed. No one's the wiser.
I mean, Faye does say to her parents that when he said, I'm calling an Uber, it did not sound like he was outside.
Very good thing to take note of.
And also, as we said, if his phone did die, which could happen after a long night of partying, how did he recharge it?
And also, it's just look at him. Look at his response.
It's his response that's really the big issue.
The response is, my phone died. I found a charger, like one of those remote charging stations. But he doesn't even
have that much of a response. He's like, no, you have trust issues. That, to me, is the biggest red flag, is the fact that he gaslit. He turned it on her.
He was so wasted that he thought in his wasted mind, somehow I'm going to get away with this.
Yeah.
Which makes me think he has a thing. He may have like an issue. That's like a bad, drunk, high thing to do. Like when you're so out of it that you're like, I'm going to get away with the most obvious red-handed crime.
Yeah.
That means you have like a bit of a problem. And I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying that kind of behavior is representative of someone who is reckless with abuse. In my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he did say to the guys that there will come a day where she has to pick him up from like the I don't know, was it the falafel stand or something?
Yeah. And then this day she almost had to pick him up from his girlfriend's house.
Yeah, I mean, this was really a cover-up being worse than the crime situation. I really felt that how he reacted was the bigger red flag than even what he had done.
Absolutely. His reaction was pathetic.
Yeah.
It was so obvious that he was guilty.
Lying,
and this is why, when I first saw a bunch of Jack, I was like, that guy needs to become an actor. He would be a great actor in like some British crime movie where he's like one of the henchmen.
He's a villain.
He's so good.
Yeah.
And I saw this lying. I was like, nah,
he's not a good actor.
Stay in sales.
Yeah.
And not even sales. He's not even a good salesman.
Well, can we talk about this? Okay, so Faye is with her parents telling them this stuff, and her parents are like, and her mother is super fixated on the sliders thing, which was so funny. And then Jack decides to show up. And then her mother asks him, Jack, what's he going to do for work in London? And he says, sales. I feel like sales suits my personality. What a funny time to say that.
How funny is that?
And then Faye's like,
Faye's reaction was brilliant. I loved it.
The irony of saying that in this moment.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, indeed.
Well, anyway, Andy, I think Faye really likes Jack.
Yeah, and you know what? Sadly, I actually think Jack really likes Faye, and he has real weaknesses. And I don't necessarily think what he did the night before shows that he doesn't love Faye. I think it shows that this is kind of who he is.
Ooh. Which I think could be applied to a lot of men dating, to be honest.
Yeah.
You see the trap that someone like Faye is in, where it's like he's so great in some ways. How much of your time are you willing to spend trying to change him?
I really think Jack loves Faye, and I think Faye loves Jack. And I think that he has a real weakness, and I don't think she's going to tolerate it.
I mean, it really does seem like he went to someone else's place.
And if he didn't go to someone else's place, whatever he did is most likely illicit in some fashion. Yeah. It's not a good thing. None of them are good.
I agree. Okay, well, anyway, they chatted out later. And again, this bothers me, how he broaches this. To me, this is a conversation he should approach with, I'm telling you the truth. I'm so sorry I did this. I love you so much. It'll never happen again. Like explain himself, or just tell the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even if I went to a late night party, but I was still ready to party and I wanted to have a few drinks.
I understand maybe if on camera he didn't want to be like, I was really like high on coke or whatever. I understand that, but just to me, the approach of this conversation bothered me.
Let's talk about it later. I did something wrong. I apologize. We need to talk about it off camera.
Yeah, well, I don't think he can say that. But anyway, for this conversation later on, this is the final conversation with them. He's like, there's a trust issue here. Again, it's still her part. And she's like, let's talk about it. And he says, he's talked enough. He says, I'll let you talk. I'll listen.
No, actually, I'm going to let my friend Ryan talk. Go ahead. What you need to do is believe in yourself.
I mean, how is that the way to approach this conversation? I've talked enough. You go.
It's exactly the wrong way. But you know what? It is the way to approach it when you have absolutely no excuse and you're on television.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's a good thing to do. I'm just saying that if he wanted to get out in some way, this is the only way he could do it.
Well, so this is like the other side now of the phone, checking the phone conversation. Because remember earlier with Yasmin.
This is where she could check his phone.
Yes. Okay. So earlier, just to reference back to episode 6, Yasmin's like, okay, well, let's see the DMs. Here, Faye just delicately talks about looking at his phone. And he's like, no. That's a non-negotiable for me. Like, that's a red flag. That means you have trust issues. I've been in that relationship. That's a terrible relationship.
How funny is it that literally, like, Jack goes out to some godforsaken place, probably bangs someone, comes back, she has to see his phone. He says, absolutely not. That's a red line. Meanwhile, Jordan's just sitting on the couch being a nice guy. And Jack's like, let me see those DMs. He's like, okay, here you go.
He says he wishes he had sent her a text. He takes her hand now. And he says he loves how she fights for them.
This is good. He is a scumbag.
She doesn't hold things against him, which felt super manipulative to me.
Oh, Jack.
How was this not manipulative? I love how you don't hold things against me. So don't hold this against me.
Hint.
Yes. He tears up now talking about how he'll let her down again because he's an idiot. And they seem to make up.
I agree with that.
And Andy, what's funny is earlier, you felt that Jack was on something, and after this conversation, you're like, I think he cheated.
I did. He was on something and cheated. I think all of it. He did all the things.
What breaks my heart a bit is Faye, she's not much more experienced in relationships than Yasmin.
It's true.
She has not had a boyfriend since she was 18.
It's true.
But
I will say she's handling herself like she knows what she's doing.
Faye is incredible. Yeah. She's flawless. She does nothing wrong, to be honest. Yeah. Even how she broached it with him, she didn't come at him.
No.
She's like, I just want to understand you. I just want to know, like, I was worried about you. Like, if we're supposed to be married, like, there's a lot of like gaping holes in the story, I thought she handled herself so well, but
what's the British thing? Stay calm and be...
Carry on.
Carry on. Stay calm and carry on. Yeah. She had that real like...
Nailed it.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm good. British culture.
Okay, well, we'll move on now, Andy, to Kira and AJ.
All right.
AJ's parents have come around with all the cameras. They're coming over for lunch, for focaccia sandwiches, Andy. We could not get over how young his mother looks.
Oh my God.
It was funny when they asked the parents if they want something to drink, and they're like, water would be great. And AJ insists on getting it. And Kira says, that's the most work he's done in the kitchen so far. This was hilarious because it was so inappropriate.
So inappropriate.
Like it would be if it were her parents.
Yeah, it was
then you could make that joke. But to his parents,
you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Dave in The Ultimatum when he said to the dad, he's like, "Oh, now we can be alone."
Alone at last. Yeah, it was such an inappropriate.
Yeah, so inappropriate.
It was like, we have this inside joke against your son.
It was a ballsy thing to say. It was very funny.
It was very funny. I almost felt like after she said it, she was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I think she might have read the room with them and sort of felt it was okay.
Yeah.
Like maybe they,
I don't know if it was okay.
I don't know. It was pretty hard.
AJ hand delivers now sweets, which have the wedding invite, which is the proper Indian way. And in the end, his parents love her.
Yeah.
Love her.
The easiest Indian parents in history.
So are Indian parents usually?
I mean, they're pretty strict about this stuff, I think. Isn't that the...
I mean, she does seem good with them.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
Okay, in a later scene, Kiara surprises AJ with the apartment decorated for Diwali.
Yeah. Oh, that was really nice. I mean, I don't know if production did that for her or what, but...
Oh, that's the thing.
I don't
I'm
think
like,
she
was that
did
her
all that.
idea? Did she
I feel
do
like,
all the work?
I feel like Kira was to production. She was like, oh... Excuse me, do you work? You work for the show? This holiday.
Meanwhile, this handler has been talking to her every day.
Yeah, what's your name? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Diwali, Diwali. That's the holiday, right? Can you just do a Diwali thing?
Can you make
for
me look good?
Yeah, just do a Diwali thing.
Maybe
make it big though. Don't do a small one. I want a big one.
Maybe
I'm gonna go get my nails done, and I want this to be done when I'm back.
Maybe this was her idea, and she did decorate.
No, I think she may have done some. Look, it was a nice gesture.
Yes.
I think she had a good hand in it, and good for her.
He's super touched.
He cries.
I gotta say, it is crazy how quickly and dramatically we've seen Kira shift.
Yeah.
It's almost suspect.
That's what I'm saying.
And if it is sincere, that fight was the best thing to happen to them. But yeah, it does make me a little...
Kira is hard to read, and I do not know which one it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll move on now to Sophie meeting Taylor's family in Hertfordshire. His dad calls her a proper corker.
A corker?
Which I did not know what that meant. It turns out she's marvelous.
Yeah, like a corker. It's like corking good time.
He also says Taylor's punching.
So punching, I assume that meant he's like hitting above his weight, or he's really giddy.
Okay, let's see.
What
is punching in British slang? Okay, you're right. He's punching above his weight. You are dating someone who is more attractive, successful, or desirable than you.
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh. Yeah, the origin is the boxing metaphor.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, the Brits came up with the words. They literally came up, well, they didn't. I guess the Romans came up with the words, technically. But the Brits really have the best words.
So the only thing up in the air with these two is the location. And I did appreciate how Taylor just admitted that that's the honest answer. He's like, the answer is we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're going to do. He's already set up an interview in Manchester. His sister's not thrilled with this. But overall, this goes swimmingly. His dad says mom would be proud, which is very sweet. And later on, there's a cute scene where she's giving him packet noodles.
Aww.
While he's dealing with work.
This couple is, I mean, there's no chance they're not getting married.
I agree.
Zero. And I think it's a real one. I'm giving this the full 20-year guarantee.
Really?
20 years.
I think they're great together. Okay, so now we have Cuba and Ryan. Ryan's grandmother is not well, so he checks out of the experiment for a bit, which is a shame.
Yeah.
I don't like it when, I mean, obviously I hate that his grandmother is not well and ends up passing, but it's always a shame when some external thing changes the course for a couple.
It is a shame that his grandmother got sick and died, but I don't think it changed the course. I don't think anything was going to get these two together at the end of the show.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that it would change the course. It's just
changed the viewing experience.
It changed, he had to leave, right? So we're not seeing them together. You don't
get to see
already he was gone a lot and now he's checked out. Later on,
that is sad. I mean, he's on this show and his grandmother dies.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, later on we learned that he did pass. Francesca asks Cuba what she needs from Ryan to be ready for marriage. And she says, separate from his grandmother dying, which of course is very sad, she says she needs to know that he can be selfless,
right? Which
I agree we haven't really seen. But that is very sad. That's very sad.
Well, now we know it wasn't an excuse. Not too soon.
What do you say? You thought it might be.
Too soon.
Okay, so moving on to Yasmin and Jordan. Now, this is after Faye's birthday party. She presses him for more answers. Is it really just logistics or is it something else? And he's like, it's just the distance, just the distance. Yeah. I mean,
no.
In a later scene, Jordan FaceTimes his mom to express his doubts. And Cuba gives Yasmin a lovely pep talk because Cuba is the best. She was like, you're a light. And if he doesn't see that, then his loss. I was like, oh, it was really sweet. Finally, they talk. She arrives wearing black.
Even that.
I know. He's honest that he's waiting for a spark that isn't there, and he has been using the distance as an excuse. They agree it doesn't make sense to get married. And this ends amicably.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of love there. I believe that. I think that he really cares about her.
Yeah.
He could have ended this a lot more cruelly, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, you think I'm wrong?
I don't know. I think there was like there.
Yeah, but I think
there was caring. But yeah, he could have definitely ended it more harshly.
I think he could have ended it more abruptly and been like, look, it's over, okay? Instead, like he really just wanted to, I think, handle her feelings with care while trying to break up with her.
Yeah, he was being really gentle. He's a sweet guy.
But I mean, let's be honest, there was no, I feel like I can't even picture them kissing.
No, they didn't.
Let alone having sex.
I don't think they made it to first base.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
You knew right away. As soon as the furry went in the middle of the bed, you're like, oh, this is a problem.
I agree. Okay, well, Andy, that brings us to the end of episode 8. We will do our predictions and then who would we go for? So predictions, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then yay or nay.
Okay.
So Cuba and Ryan. 1, 2, 3,
nay.
Sophie and Taylor. 1, 2, 3,
yay. Oh. excited yay.
Yay. Well, it's
it's a big yay, huge yay.
Okay, well, it's about to get harder. Joseph and Francesca. 1, 2, 3,
yay.
nay. Oh,
I'm going for it.
Discrepancy. You're going
Rolling
for it.
the dice.
So why do you think they're going to work out?
It was actually the conversation that she had with him after the Chev situation.
Okay.
There was something very relationshipy about that.
Yeah.
Like she cares. She wanted to squash that in a way that wasn't TV made. Like she actually was like, I care about this. I want to preserve this.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Let's put that noise away.
Okay. So I'm saying nay.
Okay.
Because for me, I haven't seen yet, and this can change in the coming batch, I haven't yet seen something that makes me feel differently about Joseph. So in the first 4 episodes, his storyline was like, he's never been vulnerable. He's never been broken up with. Here we learn his longest relationship is 6 to 9 months. Like that's all great and good. But other than the Chev stuff, we haven't seen any conversations between them. The cutest thing we saw was the little spa scene, but it's always kind of like in a montage. Like it doesn't feel like a conversation.
I agree. But remember, he said himself he has trouble being vulnerable. I think what you're not seeing is a lot of vulnerable Joseph.
Yeah.
And that's what you're missing. That's why you don't believe it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he has that in him.
To do on camera.
Especially to do on camera.
Yeah. I think that's totally possible where he's just on camera. He's a little too
he's stiff. Yeah. Or just a little walled off. But in a polite, he's too polite as opposed to passionate and open. But I honestly think this might be it for Joseph.
Look, I would love to be proven wrong, but for me, in terms of airtime alone, and again, this can change in the coming episodes, I'm just not seeing the cap for that arc. Yeah, that makes me think, look, these two are going to
I'm 52% yay.
But you could also argue we're not seeing enough of them fighting or anything for it to not work.
True.
Okay, so next up, Jack and Faye. Oof.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Nay.
Yay. Oh.
You said yay?
Yeah.
You said yay? Oh, wow. Ballsy.
I think I take it back.
No, you can't take it back.
I take it back.
You cannot take it back. You cannot. That's fine. You know what? I'm only like 55, 60% nay.
Okay, you explain why you're a nay.
I, first of all, think that this red flag was major, like major.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be another potential red flag based on the teaser.
Oh, yeah.
But although that could be a teaser.
Oh, I forgot about the teaser.
But I don't know. That might be
I'm changing today.
No, you're not. You cannot change.
I'm changing.
Section 3, Roman numeral 7.
No.
No, you cannot change.
I'm not. So the reason why I'm leaning yay is because I think that Faye is in love with him. I think she hasn't had a boyfriend in a long time. And even though there's red flags, she's going to overlook them for now. Like, if you even look at, like, what's he going to do for work? And she's like, I don't know. Yeah. It's like, I'm going to overlook a bunch of these things because I really want to just be with him. I've never felt so loved, so adored, so all these things. And he's the source of that. Is she going to just give that up? Well, meanwhile, him, I think he really does care about her. I think he likes the attention.
Yeah, I agree.
And I also think he's a little fly by the seat of his pants.
I agree.
And he could be the type of person to be like, yeah, let's get married.
And not really think it through. I actually am envious of your yay. I would prefer to say yay, but I'm going to stick with nay.
I would prefer to say nay.
Well, then that's great.
Okay, we'll move on. I mean, the fact that we're not sure means that they're doing a good job here. Okay, finally, Andy, AJ and Kira.
This is the big one. It's tough.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, nay.
All right.
We both said nay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should change the yes and no.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay, so why are we nay?
I think if I had a gun to my head, as I said before, I think Kira is pulling off a bit of an act here. And as much as some of it seems really ballsy to be that sincere and be kind of false, I do think she has the capacity to do it.
I agree.
And I'm going to say, as close a call as it is, it's a nay.
I agree. And for me, Kira's 180, it almost feels like we're missing something, like a piece of information. Like I would almost wager that maybe in the interim, like between their fight and her decorating the apartment for Diwali, or between the fight and her meeting his parents or something, she learned that he had major family money or something.
You know, this is a very good theory.
Yeah, it just suddenly for her to be like, I want a 4 or 5 bedroom house with blah, blah. Like her description of the house was so vivid. And I do think she wants those things.
Well,
she goes to Wimbledon every year. Are we going to forget about all that? Suddenly she's like, I love you. I don't care about that stuff. I don't know if I buy it unless she's like, oh, wait, your family is what?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the histrionics of her act is obviously a show, but she does truly want these things, clearly.
It's part of her identity on this show.
And I also think that it foots to AJ in that he gave up a banking career to go get certified in Pilates. It's like he has to have some latitude financially to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he has to be a multimillionaire, but he has to have some safety net to be like, you know what, I'm giving up a cushy banking job or a decent, even a shitty banking job, you're making good money, right? So I'm going to give that up to pursue something that could never pay dividends.
Yeah, but maybe
I can do it because I know I have the safety net.
Or you could argue maybe he became enlightened. Like he hated working in banking. He hated doing that. And he's like, no, I want to do this. And he was just following his heart. It has nothing to do with money.
It could be both. It could be both. It could be the enlightenment has an easier path because he has a safety net.
Yes, but usually someone goes into banking to make money.
Yeah, but no. I know. This is not always true.
Often.
Yes, you go into banking.
Wait, people go into banking because they just love it?
No, but sometimes you go into banking because your family's like, that's a respectable job for a rich family. Our son is going to be a banker like we were. Yeah. And your son's going to be a banker and his son's going to be a banker. We do banking. That's how we made our money.
We're money, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't have to be poor to go into banking.
No, I'm not saying that. Oh, I think just the opposite. But I think that you go into banking because of money.
Or to maintain an appearance of making money in the family.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
So we're nay on that.
I'm an A.
Okay. All right, Andy, we will wrap with who would we go for?
Easy. Oh, actually, it's a little less easy than it was last time. There's some lovely ones on this one.
The women are great.
They're great. They really are great.
Even Kira. I'm really enjoying her.
Honestly, even Kira.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to guess for you. I think you're still going for Sophie.
I am.
You love Sophie.
I love Sophie.
I think seeing her house,
she is adorable.
And she had the pink wall.
Oh, come on.
And also her not knowing who the prime minister was. Like,
even that.
You were
somehow
just like, that's so
was
cute.
Endearing.
Well, what I like about you is that you don't hold it against someone when they don't know something.
That's just knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of a big deal to not know who runs your country. But you know what?
That's just knowledge, though. It's not intelligence.
It's not intelligence.
Yes.
That's correct. I think Sophie's actually intelligent.
I agree.
I just think she just doesn't know stuff.
She just doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
Yes.
She never watches the news. She doesn't care. She does her own thing.
Yeah.
Cuba's a close runner-up for me.
Oh, yeah.
She is absolutely lovely.
I love Cuba. Okay, guess for me. And I'll give you a hint.
I don't want a hint.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's changed. I think it's changed.
Mm-hmm. You said you didn't want a hint?
This is really tough, actually.
It is tough.
This is really tough.
Well, because they're all kind of similar.
Yeah, and they all have different strengths.
Yeah,
and
except for Jack and Ryan, they're kind of similar.
Yeah. Oh, so it's AJ, Taylor, or Jordan. It was Jordan last week.
Or Joseph.
No, you're not going with Joseph. You don't like his laugh.
His laugh's getting better.
He's also not vulnerable enough.
Yeah, but he's becoming himself. His laugh's becoming better.
His laugh, I'm liking his laugh. I'm into it. I'm gonna go with AJ.
Yes!
Oh, nailed it.
Wow.
Yeah. You are seen.
AJ is winning me over. I like how affable he is and like easygoing. Like he puts up with her antics.
Yeah.
And then, but he does push back. Like I like that he had a breaking point.
He's 6'6". I bet you AJ's good in bed.
I think AJ's a giver.
He gives it. He puts it out in bed. Everything lets loose in bed. That's what AJ
maybe.
is. Yeah.
But I also think AJ, we saw his soft side, when she decorated the apartment, whether or not she decorated it, the way he cried, I was like,
delightful.
There's nothing sweeter than a gentle giant.
And the apple doesn't fall far. His parents are lovely too.
Yeah, they were really lovely.
Yeah. I approve of your choice.
And it's not that I don't like Jordan. I see what he was trying to do throughout this batch of episodes. He didn't want to hurt her feelings while he was trying to edit. He was kind of in a difficult position.
Jordan's been put in a position where we don't learn enough about him because he's kind of faking it a little bit.
Yeah, with Jordan, like even at the party, we never really saw him let loose because he was looking like
he's always stressed
the whole time.
out. He's like thinking about what he has to do the whole show.
I agree. So
you know what you can do? You can run the cafe in his Pilates studio.
AJ?
You can run the cafe. You could do the whole cafe in his Pilates studio.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that fun?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying it's another benefit to being with AJ.
Okay.
You like cafes. You always talk about opening a cafe.
I love cafes.
Yeah.
I love a good cafe.
Who doesn't like cafes?
I like a cafe that has really good baked goods.
Yeah.
Like not packaged. Like
trust me.
I will go in a cafe and look at the cookies and then I'll turn around and be like, those don't look good.
Yeah. You're a dessert snob.
I am.
It's the snobbiest thing about you is dessert.
Yes.
I've seen you make a scene in a restaurant over desserts. Not a bad scene. Not like Kira, like just a little bit.
I don't make a scene.
No, you just
like
really demand a good dessert.
I demand a good dessert, especially if it's like $15. I'm sorry.
I am 100% with you on this one.
Okay. Well, that's a wrap, Auntie.
All right.
For this recap. If you enjoyed what you heard today, you know what we will ask of you, and that is to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Instagram, and
TikTok,
leave us Apple and
Spotify
podcast ratings and reviews. Hit the hype button.
Hype.
Tell your friends and generally do all the things you do to support a podcast you enjoy. We have a little boo-boo now. Boo-boo, yay! Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Get it.
And we'll see you next time on Dear Shandy. Bye-bye.
Come on.
Okay, go to
Come on. Yes. Oh, it's a good girl.
Okay, wave bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God. I mean, that is ridiculous. Like, are you kidding me?
Ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
We never tire of looking at her. She's a real time waster, actually, except it's not time wasted.
It's not. It's the greatest time spent.
Yes.
Everything is wasted time if you're not with her.
Yes. Or just staring at her.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, bye.